A simple way to remember what we need to do for UV protection is seen on the CDC and American Cancer Society's websites, and that includes slip, slop, slap, and wrap. So slip on a shirt or covering of clothing, slop on some sunscreen, slap on a hat, and wrap around those eyes so that we have that protection. The next part is slap on a hat. Ideally, we want to be using a hat that has a wide brim, at least 2 to 3 inches around, and ideally completely around the head, so we're protecting the side of our face and the nape of the neck as well. Again, as we talked about with the material for your clothing, the tighter the weave, the better, so that those sun rays aren't filtering through. So you need to think about that if you're someone who uses a straw hat, which is very frequently done, or some other form of natural material that has a weave to it. The other thing is you might want to think about the type of material on the underside of the brim. So if you have a straw, that's going to be a highly reflective material versus if you have something that has a darker color to it, and that includes the hat material itself, using something like a canvas versus a straw, or something that has a darker pigment in it is going to help absorb the sun rays and have less light reflection. So that's also going to help with your eye protection besides just the reflection onto the skin. If you do not have a wide brim hat that goes completely around your head, if all you have is, for example, a bob cap, you can easily modify that using a bandana, where the bandana can go underneath the hat and cover the sides of your face with your ears and the back of the nape of the neck as well. Or you can find particular hats that are called shade caps that already have that material built in to cover the sides and the back of the head, but still have a bob cap or brim type hat that you get to wear. So we're looking for something that's going to protect our face, eyes, ears, nose, and again the nape of the neck if possible. The last part is wrap, and that is our glasses. Wearing sunglasses that wrap around the face to help reduce eye exposure and UV damage. Again, we talked about the conditions that can come from UV damage to the eyes, macular degeneration, cataracts, pterygiums, photokeratitis, or the cancers that can develop around the eyes and the eyelids. So we need to make sure that we're protecting our eyes as well. Ideally, your sunglasses should block about 99 to 100% of UVA and UVB rays to minimize exposure. Most of those will be rated with ANSI and ANSI certification. If it states it meets UV requirements or UV exposure, it usually is going to do that. Or it may be labeled UV absorption up to 400 nanometers. Again, the wavelengths of the light from UVA, B, and C do not go above 400 nanometers, so that's going to make sure it's capturing the majority of those rays coming through. If they are labeled cosmetic, and then they are only designed to block up to 70% of the UVA and UVB rays. So you might want to take that into consideration with looking at the labeling on your sunglasses. If they do not carry a label at all in regards to UV exposure, they probably are not designed to absorb UV light, and so you're not really protecting yourself. Even though sunglasses might look cool, maybe you need to rethink what you're purchasing. Ideally, all eyewear should have some form of protection in there against UV rays. That includes your prescription sunglasses. And also, most contacts these days are also made to help absorb UV rays for that extra protection. But again, they're not going to cover the whole eye, so you need to take that in consideration when you're thinking about wrap and trying to have something that covers all the way around. Darker glasses also do not automatically mean that they have an increased absorption. Even though we did talk about the darker material with clothing, the UV absorption in your glasses usually comes from a chemical treatment or something built directly into the product of the glasses, and not necessarily just the coloration. And so don't make an assumption just because you have darker glasses that they are absorbing more of that UV ray exposure. They might help as far as the glare of the sun, but may not necessarily be getting you the protection that you need. Now I'm going to show you a couple of pair of glasses that I have. So again, on a wrap, we ideally want something that's going to wrap completely around the eyes for protection. This pair of sunglasses I probably have had for about 10 years. This has been a great pair of sunglasses. These are made by Oakley. I love their products. One, because of the wraparound shape, but their products are very, very durable. They're made to last. Like I said, I've had this pair probably for about 10 years. I have replaced parts of sunglasses, which is again something I love about the Oakley products. I have replaced my nose piece and my ear pieces at one time in the time that I've had these, and they do allow you to purchase those to do that with. but they are usually designed to be very scratch resistant. And they are all rated for UV protection. You can actually go onto their website and they'll tell you exactly what the rating is for every pair of glasses, because they're designing their glasses for your eye protection, not just so that you look cool in them. But this has been a great pair of glasses. I'll go ahead and put these on. These glasses I take to the lake all the time. Again, they offer great wraparound protection, so I'm not getting a lot of glare on the side of my eyes. They're very comfortable, they're very lightweight. I've actually used these glasses in Tough Mudder and Spartan competitions, and they have endured very well. So even though they're more expensive, they're worth the investment if you want to save your money up and buy a good pair of UV rated glasses that are going to be durable, and then just take good care of them. You know, they have a cleaning cloth, they have a case that comes with them, so if you take good care of your glasses, they'll last a long time. This is another pair of glasses that I bought that has a UV protection. Again, even though these are more of a dress pair of sunglasses, you can see that they have a wraparound as well. So I use these quite a bit when I'm going out, depending on the activity. If I'm going to be more at a social event versus being at the lake or doing something sporting. So I'm going to put these on too. Again, you can see how these wrap around the side of my face, and also the ear bar here has quite a bit of a thickness, so it also prevents glare coming in from the lateral side of my face. So this offers a great protection from exposure all the way around as well. I love this pair of sunglasses. I probably have had these probably as long as my Oakleys as well. Again, make a good investment in a good pair of sunglasses and take good care of them. And speaking of sunglasses, we also need to think about our children, particularly our young ones. They're outside a lot, they're playing, they too need protection. And a lot of times we'll give a kid a pair of sunglasses, but it's usually a children's toy pair of sunglasses, and that's not going to give them any protection. So we do need to protect our children's eyes as well. So think about investing in a good pair of sunglasses for your children if they're going to be spending a lot of time outside also.